Hare Krishna. Prabhu said Patajis. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikas Swami Tirabane. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome Prabhus and Matajis to our weekly Bhagavad Gita discussion. We'll be continuing with Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 13. So the title for chapter 13 is Nature, the Enjoyer and Consciousness. Right? So this is the name of the chapter. Nature, Prakriti, Enjoyer, Purusha, right? And consciousness. Right? So we already seen verse 1 and 2. So we will be continuing with verse number 3. Kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Sorry. Correct, right? 13, right? Okay. We are on chapter 13, right? Okay. Sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetrajñorñanam yattajñanam matam mama kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetrajñorñanam yattajñanam matam mama kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetrajñorñanam yattajñanam matam mama. Anyone would like to try?
Can I try, Prabhu?
Let's go.
Kshetranyam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra nyayor jnanam yatta jnanam matam mama.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I can try, Prabhu.
Yes, please, Prabhu.
Chaitanyam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetra jnayor jnanam yatta jnanam matam mama.
Thank you, Prabhu. Matajis, anyone? Arasi Mataji?
So I didn't get.
Yeah, you can try. Oh, you are driving, is it? Yeah, outside, is it? Okay, no problem. Kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetrajñorñanam yattajñanam matam mama. Kshetrajñam, the knower of the field. Kshetra. Kshetra means field. Nyam, to know. The knower of the field. Cha also, api, certainly. Mam, me. Vidhi, no. Sarva, all. Kshetreshu, in bodily fields. Bharata, O son of Bharata. Kshetra, the field of activity, the body. Kshetra means the field of activity, different with the body. Kshetrajñayo. Kshetrajñayo, the knower of the body. The knower of the field. Kshetrajñayo, the knower of the field. Jnanam, knowledge of yat, that which, that jnanam, knowledge. Matam, opinion. Matam means opinion. Mama, my. Translation. Oh, Sion of Bharata, you should understand that I am also the knower in all bodies. And to understand his body and his knower is called knowledge. That is my opinion. Okay. So here, oh Sion. Sion means what? Sion means descendant. So Krishna is addressing Arjuna as a descendant of Bharata. So he's coming from the lineage of Bharata. And Krishna is making a statement, you should understand that I am the knower in all bodies. I am also the knower in all bodies. Right? And to understand this body and its knower is called knowledge. So what is the meaning of knowledge? We have seen this. Previously, we have discussed on the definition of knowledge. So what is the meaning of knowledge? Before we studied this particular verse, actually in the previous discussions, we have understood the definition of knowledge even in chapter 2. In the very recent chapters, we have seen the definition of knowledge. Right? So basically, knowledge na enna? So knowledge na இதுதான் definition உண்மையிலே. சாஸ்திரப்படி நம்ம பார்க்கும்போது knowledge means to know Krishna. Simple சொல்லணும்னா, to make it simple, knowledge means to know Krishna. இதுதான் knowledge. This is intelligence. You can have so many degrees, you can have so many PhDs, you can, be anyone. But if you don't know Krishna, if you don't know Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, then you are foolish. This is the statement of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna say, Muda, the fools, they deride me when I come in the human form. The fools. Namam duskritino muda. So, anyone who doesn't know Krishna as it is, that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is muda. Right? So, when we say to know Krishna, that means when we elaborate the meaning of to know Krishna, that means to know that I am different from this body, I am the spirit soul, and my body is different. This body is matter, temporary, soul is eternal, and to understand the constitutional position, that I am the servant of Krishna. So this is the meaning of knowledge. Knowledge means the ability to discriminate between spirit and matter, and to understand the cause of both, which is Krishna. This is knowledge. So in this chapter 13, again, Krishna is giving a very nice explanation on what is knowledge, jnanam. Okay, so very important. We should understand this. So before we go further into the purport, we have to recall on the chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. So in the beginning of the chapter, Arjuna is putting forward very important questions. So how many questions Arjuna is asking here? We have seen last week. எத்தனை questions Arjuna இங்க கேட்கிறாரு?
6, Prabhu.
Yes. So I wish to know about Prakruti, nature, material nature, creation, Purusha, and the field and the knower of the field, knowledge and the object of knowledge. Okay. So in the first verse, Krishna have answered, this body is called a field, and the one who knows his body is called the knower of the field. Answer பண்ணிட்டாரா? கிளியர் தானே? என்ன சொல்ல வர்றாரு? க்ஷேத்திரம்னா என்ன? க்ஷேத்திரம்னா இந்த உடல். உடல் is the field of activity. உடல். ஓகேங்களா? Body. And the knower of the body, kshetraknya, the one who knows his body, he is called the knower of the field. Right? So when you know that you are the spirit soul, and you are different from the body, then you are also known as a knower of the field. Kshetraknya. Is that clear? Very simple, right? Kshetraknya. Body, the knower of the body. Right? So many people doesn't know this fundamental knowledge that I am different from the body. Because இந்த விஷயங்கள் வந்து எங்கேயுமே சொல்லி கொடுக்கறது இல்லை. இது ஒரு அற்புதமான ஒரு விஷயம். பகவத்கீதையில் மட்டும்தான் இது இருக்கு. இந்த உண்மை சயின்ஸ், மெடிக்கல் சயின்ஸ், MBBS இதில் எதுவுமே சொல்லி கொடுக்கறதில்ல. we are different from the body, we are something. No, we are portrayed as we are this body, we are these chemicals, we are this brain, we are this all these things. So this is the difference. Okay, so Krishna is putting the very important answer கொடுக்குறாருங்க. Body and the knower of the body. The knower of the body means what? To know that you are different from the body, the soul, to know yourself. That is equal to the knower of the body. Okay, so now Krishna is giving additional points in the third shloka. Arjuna, you should know also that I am also the knower of all body. அப்ப என்ன புரியுது? We are also knower of the body. Krishna also is knower of the body. Agreed? What is the difference?
Krishna knows all the body. We only know this
Yes.
body.
Krishna knows all the bodies in the living, all the living entities Krishna knows. How Krishna knows? Because Krishna is also expanding himself and situated within the body as Paramatma, in every atoms also. So Krishna is giving Arjuna this knowledge. Don't think that you only know your body, but I also know your body, and I not only know your body, I know everybody. And then Krishna is telling, this is called knowledge. Yat tat ஞானம். கிருஷ்ணா சொல்றாரு பாருங்க, யத் தத் ஞானம், இதுதான் ஞானம். ஸோ ஞானம்னா என்னது? இது எப்பயுமே ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். ஞானம்னா to know that I am different from the body, I am that spirit soul, Atma, and my constitutional position is to serve Krishna, to understand him and serve him, and to know him as the supreme personality of Godhead. So this is jnanam, this is knowledge. That means to know Krishna is knowledge. So anyone who doesn't know Krishna, they are fools. This is the statement of Bhagavad Gita. This is the statement of Krishna. Oh, Prabhu, why you are becoming so offensive? Why you are becoming so rude? So, because people don't like when we speak the fact as it is. This is a fact. Krishna says, if you don't know me, you're fools. Right? So, we have to say that. This is the fact. That is the meaning why Krishna says that. Because if you don't know Krishna, then you're suffering, going to be suffer. You're going to be taking so many bodies, different bodies, Janma, Mrityur, Jara, Vyadi. So, adhanala Krishna soltaru, you're a fool. So, when someone is telling, when Krishna is calling us fool, that means he is our well-wisher. Nalla paathukonga. When someone is actually correcting us, when someone is actually criticizing us, when someone is actually scolding, using the statement like, fool, that means they are actually our real well-wisher. Because they are caring, they are concerned about us. Otherwise, we won't know, we won't change, we won't improve. So therefore, Krishna is making us to aware, using such heavy statement, so that we can wake up. We are already in danger. Example, I'm giving a situation. So if you see someone who is playing kite, little boy is playing kites on the mottamadi. Mottamadi, the flat rooftop of a place. Okay, so they are playing kite, and unfortunately the rooftop doesn't have a wall, so they are open rooftop. So when he's playing the kites and pulling the kite and going behind and behind and behind, and another 2 steps away, he's going to fall down. Okay? So you are observing the situation. Now you tell me how you'll react. Will you like, hello, hi, please do not go back, please do not move behind this, you're going to fall? Are you going to be speaking so nicely and politely? Oh, hey, fool, watch out, hey, got it. So this is the same reaction Krishna is giving us. We are already in danger. So if we don't expect Krishna to actually pet you. So that's why Krishna is using such statements, so that our acharyas are using such statement also. So instead of getting agitated, we should actually take up these words and try to follow, try to correct, try to improve. Duskritino ma muda. Krishna says this, you are lowest, naradama. Naradama means lowest of mankind. No intelligent, fools, rascals. Prabhupada say rascals. So all these things are actually the vakyas, the real Mahavakyas to awaken us. So instead of getting disturbed, we should know this. Because when people get disturbed, when we use such words, we get disturbed. Oh, how come you can use such words? How come Krishna used such word? How come Prabhupada used such word? So that means you are ignorant, you are rascal. That's why you don't know all these things. So that is why Krishna is here. That is why acharyas are here, to teach us, to awaken us. Otherwise, you will be keep doing the same problem, same mistake, right? So this is the point here. So here, that's why Krishna is now telling to Arjuna, this is knowledge. Anything other than this is ignorance. Okay, and very nicely Krishna is telling here, yattat jnanam matam mama. Matam mama means what? இதுதான் என்னுடைய opinion. Why it is important? So we can see Krishna, even though he is Parameshwara, Ishvara, even though he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is giving us a free will to whether to listen to him or not. This is the meaning. Actually, Krishna's opinion is Sakshat. That is the ultimate truth. Isn't it? Bhagavan சொன்னார்னா அதுதான் தர்மம். தர்மாம் து சாக்ஷாத் பகவத் பிரணீதம். Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So there is no need for Krishna to say, this is my opinion. Krishna will just say, you just follow this. This is the fact. But Krishna is very merciful. He also doesn't like to force. So because when you want to love Krishna, when you want to serve Krishna, it must come from your own sweet will. So this is the meaning of this is my opinion. நீங்க எங்கேயாச்சும் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? Have you seen anywhere in any religious, any scriptures where God is speaking, giving a statement and say, this is my opinion? So, all the statement will be instructive. Of course, Krishna gives many instructive statements, right? But you can see here, Krishna also, this is my opinion. Then definitely you need to know that this is actually very important. When Krishna says, this is my opinion, actually he is giving a very strict instruction to us. But he is also giving us a free will. இதுதான் point. So just like when a student, you went to your lecturer, your professor, and you are showing the lecturer your assignments, right? So when the lecturer said, yeah, I think you need to correct this. This is my opinion. That means what? Basically, you need to correct that. You're wrong. But in a very nice manner, he is telling, this is my opinion, right? So like that. So Krishna doesn't force us. Also another meaning, another understanding. Okay, is it clear? So this is Bhagavan. Okay, now we have a quite long purport here. Okay, so நம்ம பார்ப்போம் என்ன Prabhupada என்ன சொல்றாருன்னு. Okay, this is Srila Prabhupada's commentary, very important. Okay, please read the first verse, Prabhu, Harishwaran Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu, sure. While discussing the subject of the body and knower of the body, the soul and the super soul, we shall find three different topics of study: the Lord, the living entity, and matter. In every field of activities, in every body, there are two souls, the individual soul and the super soul. Because the super soul is the plenary expansion of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Krishna says, I'm also the knower, but I'm not the individual knower of the body. I am the supernova. I am present in every body as the Paramatma or super soul. One who studies the subject matter of the field of activity and the knower of the field very minutely in terms of this Bhagavad Gita can attain to knowledge.
Stop, Prabhu.
The Lord
Okay.
says, the knower of the
Pause,
field of
Prabhu.
activities.
You can pause, Prabhu. Yeah, just first to we go what Prangan by Prangan lah. Okay, paragraph by paragraph we go. Okay, so we'll look into this. So so while discussing the subject matter of the body and the knower of the body, right, we shall find three different topics to study, right? So when we are discussing about Kshetra and Kshetraknya, right, so Prabhupada is giving us that they are the Lord, living entity, and matter. This is a three different topic we need to understand and study, right? Ishvara, Atma, Jiva, Jivatma, and also Prakriti, matter. So this is the three things. So in every fields of activity, in every body, there are two souls. Very important. So now when we are speaking about soul, there are two souls. One is the individual soul, Jiva Atma, and another is Paramatma. அதை நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Clear? Straightforward. And the super soul is expansion of Supreme Personality of Godhead. சரிங்களா? Srimad Bhagavatam says, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaneti Shabdyate. The absolute truth can be understood in three ways. The most basic way is Brahman, Brahmeti. And then the next level is Paramatmeti, Paramatma. And the perfect and complete understanding is Bhagavan. Okay? So therefore Krishna is establishing here that I am also the knower. Right? I know all the bodies. So I am the supernova because I am present in every body as Paramatma. Clear? Very straightforward. Okay? This is the revising chapter 2. In the chapter 2 we have seen about Atma. Now we are touching about Paramatma and Prakriti. Okay? So all this knowledge can be attained by studying Bhagavad Gita very carefully. Okay, so now next the Lord is elaborating, Prabhupada is elaborating. Please continue, Prabhu, this paragraph. Yes.
The Lord says, I am the knower of field of activities in every individual body. The individual may be the knower of his own body, but he is not in knowledge of other bodies. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is present as the super soul in all bodies, knows everything about all bodies. He knows all the different bodies of all the various species of life. A citizen may know everything about his patch of land, but the king knows not only his palace, but all the properties possessed by the individual citizens. Similarly, one be the proprietor of the body individually, but the Supreme Lord is the proprietor of all bodies. The king is the original proprietor of the kingdom, and the citizen is the secondary proprietor. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is the supreme proprietor of all bodies.
That's very important. So I am the knower of the field of activity in every body. Krishna says this. So Prabhupada is giving a very nice analogy. எப்படினா பரமாத்மா எப்படினா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, just like the king knows his palace, his city, same time he knows the whole nation, The whole country he knows. His kingdom he knows. Every patch of land he knows. Right? So, but when the citizen, he only knows about his land, his property. So in this way, Paramatma, he knows everybody, every Jivatma. And also we must understand Paramatma is the owner of all the properties of bodies. He is the real owner. So, இதுதான் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Because this body is given to us according to our karma. It is sanctioned by Krishna. புரியுதுங்களா? So, everything belongs to the Lord. When you see Upanishad, Isha Upanishad, is a very nice shloka. What is a shloka? Upanishad. Everything belongs to the Lord. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita. Right? So, magrada kascha sviddanam. So, very important shloka from Upanishad, verse number 1, Isha Upanishad. Krishna says, Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Everything belongs to the Lord. Everything belongs and controlled by the Lord. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Everything. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Yeah. Whatever we find in this universe, jagatyam jagat. Tena tyaktena bunjita. So we only kaschasvid nadanam is a verse. That means we should not endeavor which is not belongs to us. There's only a certain quota given to us. So whatever we are having right now, our body, our wealth, everything is given to us. There's a quota. So we should not endeavor more than that. Instead, we should focus on getting out from this material body to understand the Supreme Lord and serve Him. This is our priorities. So everything belongs to the Lord. Adam point. So this is called Isavasyam principle. Isavasyam principle means everything belongs. Everything is controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So including this body. So we must use this body in the service of Krishna. ஆனால் நம்ம என்ன செய்கிறோம்? இந்த பாடி வச்சுக்கிட்டு கிருஷ்ணரோட சர்வீஸை தவிர வேறு எல்லாமே பண்ணுறோம். அதுதான் பிரச்சனை. அதனால தான் நம்மளுக்கு சந்தோஷம் இல்லை. We are using this body to do all sorts of activity which is not related to Krishna. That is why we are suffering. This is the cause of suffering. Because we don't understand the real proprietor. So remember this shloka. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Right? So அதான் இங்க பிரபுபாட் சொல்றாரு. Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna knows everybody. So because all these basic ingredients of the body is given to us by Krishna. It was manifested by Him. And then the material energy, according to our karma, we got the body. This material body. Right? So this is the point. So that is why, the first invocation of Isha Upanishad is also important. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnasya Purnamadaya. The last, So the point here is, I forget the last verse. So Om Purnamada Purnamidam Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam eva vashishyate. Purnam eva vashishyate. So a lot of Purnam is there. This is invocation verse of Upanishad, Isha Upanishad. Basically, it's very important verse also related to Ishavasyam, because everything is coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And everything which is coming, whether animate or inanimate, whether material, whether is animate or inanimate, whether is material or spiritual, everything is coming from the Lord, and everything belongs to the Lord, and everything is coming in a perfect way. That means whatever I've created, the creation is perfect and complete. So actually the creation is perfect and complete. Whatever given to us, the body is also perfect and complete. இதான் அர்த்தம். ஓம் பூரணமதா பூரணமிதம் பூரணாட் பூரணம் உதச்சதே. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. Therefore, whatever is emanating from Him is also perfect and complete. So even though many units are coming from Him, He remains a perfect balance and perfect complete. புரியுதுங்களா? So this is the meaning of the shloka. So basically, the creation of Krishna is perfect. Whatever Krishna have given to us is also perfect. There's no any problem. There's no any wrong in that. There's no any mistakes in that. Very important shloka actually, in the sense that, you see, now you may raise a question. So if you are telling God's creation is perfect, then why someone is born with a what? Chachat. Okay, you. If you are telling God's creation is perfect, then why in certain nation, certain part of the world, some people are dying, some people are having war? நல்ல கொஸ்டின் தானே. How to answer this? So உபனிஷாட் வந்து இதை சொல்லுது, இது வாக்கியம். என்ன என்ன வாக்கியம்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, everything which is coming from the Lord is perfect, and even though many things are coming out from the Lord remains a perfect, complete unit, complete person. It is not like, since many things are coming from the Lord's energy is reducing, the Lord's power is reducing. No. Even though many things are coming, still He is perfect and complete. Okay. So now, this is a statement of Shastra. Why I am speaking this? Because we are speaking about body. So Krishna is the proprietor of the body because it's coming from Him. The next question is, Shastra is telling it is perfect and complete, but now someone is challenging you. Okay, people are dying, there's war. So now how to answer this?
It's past karma, Prabhu. He is experiencing his own desires, and then the past karma sufferings also he has got to undergo.
So, okay. So yes. So how do you explain this, Harishran Prabhu? So, why you are telling God's creation is perfect? Prabhu say karma. Okay. So how God's creation is perfect when people are suffering, when someone is dying, when someone is born as having some congenital problems, having some disabilities, physical disabilities?
It's all because of the free will. They chose to act in a certain way, and the consequence of that action brought them that effect.
Yeah. So basically the point is, that is His perfection. Answer. So when someone is born with a physical disability, that is His, அதான் உன்னுடைய பெர்ஃபெக்ஷன், அதான் உன்னுடைய பெர்ஃபெக்டான பாடி. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? Because you according to your karma, according to your past deeds, you have gotten that body, and that body is பக்கா perfect, no wrong. எது கரெக்டாக இருக்கணுமோ அது கரெக்டாக இருக்கும், எது இல்லாமல் இருக்குதோ அது உன்னுடைய கர்மனால கரெக்டாக வரும். The law of karma is perfect. So according to that, you are getting the pakka body. So it is perfect. Make sense? Right. So the problem is, you are having the problem, you are misinterpreting the word perfect. You think perfect means that everyone must have the perfect body. No. Even when someone is having the imperfect body, that is his perfection. That is his ability. That is given to him as per his karma. So there is no any, mistake from the sides of Krishna. இது ரொம்ப ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயம். கடவுளுக்கு கண்ணே இல்லப்பா சொல்லுவாங்களே, என்னப்பா இப்படி கஷ்டப்படுறாங்க இவங்க, கடவுளுக்கு கண்ணே இல்லப்பா. உடனே கடவுளை குற்றம் சொல்லுவாங்க. கடவுளுக்கு கண் இல்லை, கடவுளுக்கு அறிவில்லை. ஆமாவா இல்லையா? ஏன் சொல்லுங்க, ஏன்னா அவங்க கஷ்டப்படுறாங்களா ஒருத்தவங்க. ஐயோ சின்ன பிள்ளைங்க பாருங்களா, சின்ன பச்சை பிள்ளை பாவமே செய்யலப்பா, பச்சை குழந்தை, பிறந்த குழந்தை எப்படி கஷ்டப்படுது. இதயம் இல்லை, இதயில ஓட்டை, சர்ஜரி காசு தேவைப்படுது, ஆக்சிஜன் போட்டிருக்கு, சாப்பிட முடியல, என்ஜிடி நெசோகேஸ்ட்ரிக் டியூப் போட்டிருக்காங்க. எப்படி கஷ்டப்படுதுப்பா, நல்ல பச்சை குழந்தை. கடவுளே இல்லைப்பா. கடவுள்லாம் இருந்தால் இந்த மாதிரி நடந்திருக்குமா? எஸ். ஸோ இதுதான் பிரச்சனை. கரெக்ட். ஸோ த ப்ராப்ளம் இஸ், நம்ம சாஸ்திரம் படிக்கணும். ஏன்னா சாஸ்திரம் என்ன சொல்லுது? எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் பர்ஃபெக்ட். எவ்ரிதிங் whatever is emanating from the Lord is perfect. Whatever is given to us is perfect. ஸோ அதை நம்ம அனலைஸ் பண்ணணும். அந்த கஷ்டப்படுற அந்த பச்சை குழந்தைய போய் நம்ம அனலைஸ் பண்ணும் போது என்ன ஆகும்? பாஸ்ட் லைஃப்பில் பார்க்கும்போது அந்த ஆத்மா என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோம்? 10 மிஸ்கேரேஜ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், பாவப்பட்ட செயல்களில் ஈடுபட்டிருக்கோம், 2 கொலை பண்ணியிருக்கோம், 2 வயசு குழந்தைய விஷவிட்டு கொண்டு இருக்கும், கல்யாணம் பண்ணாமல் பிள்ளை பத்து மிஸ்கேரேஜ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், அபர்ஷன் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், மாமிசம் ஒன்று இருக்கும், அன்னெசரி அனிமல்ஸை வெட்டி சாப்பிட்ருப்பான். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் பண்ண அந்த ஆத்மா இப்போ அது கஷ்டப்படுது. இப்போ கடவுளுக்கு கண் இல்லையா? கடவுளுக்கு நல்லா கண் இருக்குது. அதனால தான் கரெக்டான என்ன நடக்கணுமோ அது கரெக்டாக நடக்குது. ஸோ இதுதான் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். நம்ம கஷ்டப்படுறோமோ இல்லை யாராச்சும் கஷ்டப்படுறாங்களோ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? பகவானை பற்றி சொல்லணும். அதே சமயத்தில் நம்ம கஷ்டங்கள்லாம் எதனால வருது? நம்மளோடைய ப்ரீவியஸ் கர்மா. அதே மாதிரி பகவான் என்ன பண்ணுறாரு? நம்மளுடைய கஷ்டங்களை அவர் குறைக்கிறாரு. நான் அடிப்பட்டு செத்து இருக்கணும், ஏதோ கீரலோட முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. இதுதான் பகவான் இஸ் ப்ரொடெக்டிங் அஸ். அதான் ஒரு டிவோட்டியோடைய மூட் எப்பயுமே. சரிங்களா? ஸோ கடவுளுக்கு கண் இல்லைப்பா, கிருஷ்ணா நான் 14 ரவுண்ட் சார்ஜ் பண்ணுறேன், நான் இவ்வளோ சேவை செய்கிறேன், இவ்வளோலாம் செய்கிறேன், ஆனால் கிருஷ்ணா எனக்கு கஷ்டத்தை கொடுக்குறாரு. அப்படி கிடையாது. நீ பார்க்க போனால் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படணும். ஏதோ கிருஷ்ணா குறைச்சி 50% டிஸ்கவுண்ட் பண்ணி கொடுக்குறாரு. ஸோ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? எப்பயுமே பகவானுடைய கருணைன்னு நினச்சி நம்மளுடைய கடமையை செய்யணும். சரிங்களா? இதுதான் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங். இப்போ புரிஞ்சிச்சிங்களா? ஓ இந்த மாதிரி இப்போ பல விஷயங்கள் இருக்குது. ஓ இனி அண்ணா சுருகா, அது இன்னொரு பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க. சில பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க, ஏதோ இப்போ சின்ன குழந்தைங்களுக்கு ஃபிசிக்கல் டிசபிலிட்டி வந்துருச்சோ, இல்லை சீக்கிரம் அவங்க இறந்துட்டாங்களோ, அப்போ என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க? திஸ் இஸ் அண்ணா சுர்கா, அண்ணா துஹான். நேராக சொர்க்கத்துக்கு போயிடுவாங்க. terus masuk surga lah. Kalau newborn, kalau dia meninggal, terus masuk surga. Betul kah? Yeah, so according to certain understanding, certain people's understanding. But this is wrong. Whether you die at the age of newborn, whether you die at the age of young, or whether you die at the age of old age, what that matter is, are you thinking of Krishna? What is your consciousness? Is your dependent, is your family member doing their proper rites? Do they chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? This is the point. So not that, if you die in the young age, they go to Surga. No such thing. In fact, it's actually you're one of the most sinful soul if you actually die at a very young age. Because that is why you're given a body and you're giving up the body early. It's all because of your past karma. This is the understanding, Shastrical understanding. புரியுதுங்களா? ஸோ இதெல்லாம் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Not that, if you die newborn is Anna Surga, you go straight to Surga. You see, it doesn't make sense, right? So just because, you don't have the understanding of past karma, if you don't have the understanding of past, you're only seeing the present, then you are deluded, isn't it? You say, but you cannot see, they cannot see in the proper vision. இதான் பிரச்சனை. So that is why we need to study Shastra. We need to study Srila Prabhupada books. Okay, continue, Prabhu.
The body consists of the senses. The Supreme Lord is Rishikesha, which means the controller of the senses. He is the original controller of the senses, just as the king is the original controller of all the activities of the state. The citizens are secondary controllers. The Lord says, I'm also the knower. This means that he is the supernova. The individual's soul knows only his particular body. In the Vedic literature, it is said as follows. Kshetrani hi sharirani bijam chapi shubha shubhe thani vetti yogatma tatha kshetra nya uchyate. This body is called the Kshetra. Within it dwells the owner of the body and the Supreme Lord, who knows both the body and the owner of the body. Therefore, he is called the owner of all fields. Distinction between the fields of the activity, the knower of the activities and the supreme knower of the activities is described as follows. Perfect knowledge of the constitution of the body, the constitution of the individual soul, the constitution of the super soul, is known in terms of Vedic literature as jnana. That is the opinion of Krishna. To understand both the soul and the super soul as one yet distinct is knowledge. One who does not understand the field of activity and the knower of the activity is not in perfect knowledge. One has to understand the position of Prakriti, nature, Purusha, the enjoyer of nature, Ishvara, the knower who dominates or controls nature and the individual soul. One should not confuse the three in their different capacities. One should not confuse the painter, the painting, and the easel. This material world, which is the field of activity, is nature, and the enjoyer of nature is the living entity. And above them both is the supreme controller, the personality of Godhead. It is stated in the Vedic language in the Svetasvatara Upanishad 1:12, Bhoktya Bhogyam Preritaram Chamatva Sarvam Proktam Trividham Brahmanetan. There are three Brahman conceptions. Prakriti is Brahman as the field of activities, and the Jiva, individual soul, is also Brahman and is trying to control the material nature. And the controller of the both of them is also Brahman, but he is the factual controller.
Yes. So, Krishna is also known as Hirshikesha. There are many names for Krishna, unlimited names, and one of the Mukhya Nama, one of the important names, one of the primary names, Hirshikesha. Hirshikesha means what? Hirshi Kesha. That means Hirshi means the senses. Esha means controller. Hirshikesha means the controller of the senses. He is actually the director of the senses of all living entity. He is the original controller of the senses. So actually Krishna is the primary controller and we are the secondary controller. We also can control our senses. But he is the primary. Just like the king is the original control of all activity of the state, and the citizen are also having some control over their property. Right? So what is the meaning? Krishna is the control of the senses means whatever we think, we desire, and we do is actually sanctioned by Krishna, Paramatma. இது sanctioned ஆகாமல் நம்ம எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாது. ஆச்சாரியர் சொல்கிறாங்க, there's nothing can move. அந்த உலகத்தில் எதுவுமே நவர முடியாதான். Even the grass, a blade of grass cannot move without the sanctioning of Paramatma. Right? So is Krishna controlling? Is a question. Is Krishna controlling our senses through his external energy, Maya? No. You see, when we say Krishna is the supreme controller, means it is the meaning that Krishna is controlling our senses. He is the primary controller because he is sitting inside as Paramatma. Svetaswara Upanishad is telling, in a tree, there are two birds sitting. One bird is eating the fruit and enjoying, and another bird is watching from above another branch in the same tree. So the analogy is given that this is Atma and this is Paramatma. The Atma, without recognizing the Paramatma, is enjoying, and another Paramatma is waiting so that we can see and surrender to this Paramatma. So the point is, Prabhu, you must understand whatever you are thinking is actually sanctioned by Krishna. That's why you can be able to do it. So example, let's say now I want to slaughter a chicken. So now I'm thinking, I'm willing, I'm desiring. Then that thought of desire changed into action by I'm using my body to take the instrument and grab the neck, and then I'm going to slaughter. So all this act is actually, before we are performing it, it's actually sanctioned. Our free will is there. So Krishna is sanctioning that because we are willing that. Even it is wrong, even it is sinful, even it is against Shastra. But out of our free will, we are doing it, and Krishna is the ultimate sanctioner. Anumanta. Anumanta means he is the ultimate sanctioner. He is there as a Paramatma and ultimate sanctioner. Our sanction, we are able to even do that sin. So now a question may arise. Prabhu, why Krishna is allowing us to do sin? The problem is there is something called free will. Krishna doesn't interfere with your free will. That's the point. If Krishna interfere with your free will, then there is no meaning for love. There is no meaning for independence. There is no meaning for bhakti. There is no meaning for your free will. Krishna respects you. Krishna respects your free will. Krishna has give you some free will. That is why whatever sinful activity we are doing out of our sinful, out of our ignorance, we must pay for it. அப்போ நம்ம கடவுளுக்கு கண்ணில்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. அடுத்தது வேறு பிறவி கிடைக்கும் போது நம்ம கஷ்டப்படும் போது கடவுளே இல்லைன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஏன்னா கஷ்டப்பட்டது காரணம் என்னது? நம்மளோட ஃப்ரீ வில், நம்மளுடைய தப்பு, நம்மளுடைய இக்னரன்ஸ். அதே சமயத்தில் சாஸ்திரம் என்ன சொல்லுதுன்னா, கிருஷ்ணா ஹிருஷிகேஷா. ஹிருஷிகேஷானா அவருடைய சாங்ஷனிங் இருக்குது. இஸ் அல்டிமேட் கண்ட்ரோல். அப்படின்னா அவருக்கு அங்கே கோசா இருக்கணும். You cannot say that, okay, I am doing this sin and Krishna got no control over me. No, he have control over you. Only thing that he is giving you, sanctioning you to do that. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஏன்னா even sinful activity or pious activity or bhakti, everything must have the sanctioning of Krishna. Otherwise how you can do it? Isn't it? That is the meaning of Supreme Controller. That is the meaning of Hirshikesha. That is why Krishna is sitting as Paramatma and he is witnessing everything. He knows everything about you. You don't even know what you did in your past body. You have taken unlimited bodies. Kallagi, Puluvagi, Maramagi, Pambagi, Paravayagi, என்னென்னமோ ஆகி மனிதனாகி கணங்களாகி பேயாகி ஸோ தேவனாகி இந்த மாதிரி எத்தனையோ உடம்புகளை எடுத்து நம்ம வந்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஆனால் பரமாத்மா பகவானுக்கு தெரியும் நம்ம என்னென்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோன்றது அவருக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆஃப் ஹிருஷிகேஷா. Amazing, right? So you don't think that I am my life, my rule, I can do anything. That is also sanctioned by Krishna. So just like how you have a child, you have a baby. Sometimes we give some little freedom for the baby. Sometimes he will climb, he'll take certain things, he'll throw certain things. You still have control over him, but sometimes you allow it. So Krishna is ultimate controller. He knows if he wants, he can prevent it. If he wants, he can take charge. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am neutral to everyone. I am neutral to everyone, but I am very favorable to my devotees. So that is why when we surrender unto Krishna, Krishna take charge personally. So now that is where Krishna is also controlling. Krishna can control you. Krishna can take charge of you for devotees. So Krishna says when devotees left the body, sometime out of the material pain and suffering, the devotee might forget Krishna. But Krishna says, don't worry, I will make you to remember me. Because Krishna is Hirshikesha. That's why he can say that. You can forget Krishna. A devotee might forget Krishna during the time of death. But Krishna says, don't worry, for devotees, I will make you to remember me. That means what? Krishna is exerting his power as Hirshikesha. He is Paramatma. He can make you to remember. Jnanam apohanam cha. This is my nice verse. Knowledge, remembrance, forgetfulness comes from me. Krishna says this. Okay. So, matav smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Krishna says, remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness comes from me. Okay, Prabhuji? Okay, so now Prabhu is asking a counter question. When we surrender unto Krishna, we are fully allowing Krishna to control our free will. You see, you are surrendering unto Krishna out of your own free will. That is point number 1. When you surrender unto Krishna, that doesn't mean Krishna controls you and you don't have free will. No. You have all free will. Even if you want to leave Krishna, you can leave. That is why we are here. We are actually surrendered soul to Krishna, and because we want to leave, we are here. We fall down. So Krishna never touch our free will. Okay? But same time, for devotees, Krishna can exert his power of controlling on us when needed. When needed. So he is Bhagavan. புரியுதுங்களா? When needed, he can exert the power. Why not? To save you. You see? You're about to die and you cannot remember Krishna. And Krishna is using his Aishwarya to make you remember him. Isn't it good? So this is Krishna. So he is not taking away any free will, because you are nicely served. You have nicely served Krishna in the past life. Before you die, you have chanting Hare Krishna. You are a nice devotee. So somehow you have forgotten Krishna. But Krishna says, no, don't worry, I will come. I will make you remember me. It is stated in Varaha Purana. The Pramana is in Varaha Purana. Okay. So, but that doesn't mean that Krishna is not allowing us or taking all our free will. No. Okay. So, புரியுதுங்களா Prabhuji? So just like a child, unknowingly, the child will cross the road sometimes. So sometimes we will do what? We will control, we'll hold the hand. Don't go, don't move. So So that doesn't mean we are taking away the child's free will, but out of love, we are saving the child from danger. So when we love Krishna, when we surrender to Krishna, actually Krishna will take charge of us. So this is understanding. We can see Srila Prabhupada at the age of 69, at the age of 70, almost 69 to 70, he was traveling alone, Jaladuta. He suffered a heart attack. So, how to survive heart attack? You can never survive heart attack. Very minimum chance. 3 times heart attack. So who saved Srila Prabhupada? Hirshikesha. Puruthungalaa? Krishna. So that is how Krishna will act. That is where Krishna comes. So Krishna is sanctioning. Krishna is sanctioning. So when you desire, Krishna sanctions. So when you desire Krishna, Krishna sanctions that. Even you forget him, Krishna will make him to remember. So this is not actually taking your free will, but this is actually Krishna's mercy. This is God. Okay, is it clear, Prabhu? Is that answers your question?
Yeah, I understand, Prabhu.
Yeah, so that is why Hirishikesha, இந்த principle புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Don't think that when you do something wrong, Krishna doesn't know. Krishna knows and Krishna is allowing you to do that and you are responsible for that act. சரிங்களா? You are responsible and you have to pay for it. Okay, so that is why so perfect knowledge, very important. Perfect knowledge of the constitution of the body, the constitution of the individual soul, and the constitution of super soul, known as jnana. So jnana means what? Jnana means to know that the body, the individual soul, and super soul. This is understanding. So this is the opinion of Krishna. Okay. So it's also a very important point here. ஓகேங்களா பாருங்க. To understand both the soul and the super soul as one yet distinct is knowledge. Very important. What is the meaning here? To understand both the soul and super soul as one yet distinct is knowledge. What is the meaning here?
I think it's the philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are qualitatively one, but quantitatively different.
Yeah, exactly. So this is actually the tattva. This is the truth. This is the fact about the relationship with soul and super soul. We are never one 100% with the super soul, and we are not 100% different. There are some similarities, there are some different. There are some similarities and difference. இதை நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Okay, so நீங்கள் சொன்ன மாதிரி qualitatively we are similar and quantitatively there is a difference. Krishna is Supreme Bhagavan, Super Soul. Krishna is Paramatma when we are Atma. Krishna knows everybody, we know only one body. The quality is we know, Krishna know. The difference is Krishna knows everything, we know only limited thing. புரியுதுங்களா? Very simple. Very easy understanding. Okay. So you need to understand the position. What is nature, what is the enjoyer of the nature, and Ishvara. You should not confuse the tree in the tree different capacity. Prabhupada is giving the example. There's always a difference between the painter, the painting, and the easel. Easelna and the painting பண்றதுக்கு அந்த கட்டை, the kayu. That's the easel. So this material world, which is the field of activity, is nature, and the enjoyer of nature is a living entity, and above both of them is supreme controller, the supreme personality Godhead. அப்படின்னா Krishna is the ultimate controller of the nature and also the soul and also the body. Okay, so Svetashvatara Upanishad is speaking here. Bhokta Bhogyam Preritaram cha matva sarvam proktam trividam brahmam eta. Trividam brahmam. Trividam brahmam eta. அப்படின்னா they are three Brahman understanding. What is that? இந்த சாஸ்திரம் சாஸ்திரத்துல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா sometimes Prakriti is known as Brahman and sometimes Jiva is known as Brahman, you know. So sometimes Paramatma is also known as Brahman. So you must understand that according to the context they are different. Both are named Brahman, but you must understand they're different. There are three Brahman: Prakriti Brahman, the Paramatma Brahman, and Atma Brahman. They are not the same. And Paramatma is the control of these both. Okay? That is the meaning. Okay? Continue, Prabhu.
In this chapter, it will be explained that out of the two knowers, one is fallible and the other is infallible. One is superior and the other is subordinate. One who understands the two knowers of the field to be one and the same contradicts the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who states here very clearly, I am also the knower of the field of activity. One who misunderstands a rope to be a serpent is not in knowledge. There are different kinds of bodies and there are different owners of the bodies, because each individual soul has its individual capacity for lording it over material nature. There are different bodies, but the Supreme also is present in them as the controller. The word cha is significant, for it indicates the total number of bodies. That is the opinion of Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushana. Krishna is the super soul present in each and every body apart from the individual soul. And Krishna explicitly says here that real knowledge is to know the super soul is the controller of both field of activities and the finite enjoyer.
Very, very, very important paragraph. You know what is the need for Prabhupada to explain this very clearly. He's establishing here that Paramatma is always superior and we are subordinate to Paramatma. Very clear, right? So one is fallible and one is infallible. Fallible means what? Making mistake. So அது யாரு நம்ம தான். Another one is infallible, perfect, Paramatma. So one is superior and one is subordinate, right? So if you understand these clearly, then you have the perfect knowledge. Okay? So why it is very important? This shloka is actually very important. I am also knower of the body, and to understand this body in its know is called a knowledge. Why this shloka is important? This is one of the important shloka also, because it destroys the Mayavadi principles. It destroys the Mayavadi's understanding. It destroys the Advaita philosophy. Okay? So basically Advaita philosophy is gone, destroyed in many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. And this is one of the shloka. So what is Advaita philosophy?
God and the soul and the super soul is the same.
Yes, exactly. So there's no difference between you and Paramatma and Atma. You are that. Tattvamasi. You are that. Prajnanam Brahma. Consciousness is Brahman. And what is this consciousness? I am Atma Brahman. You are that consciousness. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that Brahma. Sarvam Kalidam Brahman. Everything is indeed Brahman. So all these are actually Mahavakyas. They call Mahavakyas. Prajnanam Brahman, Ayam Atma Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. So all these are actually the verses from Upanishad, from Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, so from Sama Veda, Atharva Veda, from the Upanishads. So first you must understand, Prabhupada, Krishna is actually destroying the philosophy of Advaita here. Because why? Why it is destroyed? Very simple. If you are telling soul and super soul are same, then there is no need for Krishna to discriminate. I am the knower of all body, and to understand this is knowledge. Krishna is already discriminating that you know only this body and I know everybody. Then how come you and I are same? Logic then, huh? If you are telling Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, you are misinterpreting. You must understand carefully. All these Vakyas, the real meaning Vaishnava Acharyas have given. Aham Brahmasmi means I am the servant of Krishna. I am the servant of Brahman. Brahman means Param Krishna. That's the meaning. I am Brahman. Brahman is referring to soul. I am spirit soul, servant of Paramatma. This is the meaning. Right? Tattvam Asi. I am part and parcel of Bhagavan. That's the meaning. So, these Mayavadis, they misinterpret the meaning and they scholarly, so-called scholarly, quote all these Upanishads and justify that we are all same. Everything is same. I and God are same. So, Krishna is destroying this understanding. Prabhupada is smashing this understanding. That is why the purport is long. You know why the purport is long? Because Prabhupada is stressing that Achintya Beda Beda. You saw the previous paragraph. Achintya Beda Beda is established. Can you see the mood of our acharyas? You must understand this very clearly that we are different from God. We have some similarities, we have some difference. Achintya Beda Beda. Qualitatively, quantitatively. So, qualitatively we are similar, quantitatively we are different. And we cannot understand everything about Krishna. Krishna is inconceivable. Achintya. Either புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா you are ஞானி, you are knowledgeable person. That is knowledge. The Mayavadis are fools. The Mayavadis are offenders. Shastra said they are atheistic. Pashyandi. The name given to them is Pashyandi. Right? That means they are atheistic. When you say that you are God, you are atheistic. When you worship anyone other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are as good as atheist. This is the verse from Shastra, Padma Purana. So, you must understand this very carefully. Right? We have already spoken about Mayavada. So, we are against Mayavada. We are against Mayavada because Mayavada is, offending the devotees, offending the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, we are against this nonsense. So, it is running in our blood. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini. Right? So, this is the vision and mission of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So, you must establish Krishna. You must establish the subordinate position of the soul and the superior position of Bhagavan. This is our mission. Not that everything is one. Okay? So, this is the understanding. Currently, the whole world is filled with Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. The whole world is filled with this Advaita. Therefore, we need to preach Krishna consciousness vigorously. Right? We need to preach, we need to take up the step, we need to do, we need to move. Right? Okay? So, I think it's very clear. So, yeah, I have a question here. So, yes, what is the question, Prabhu? Sorry, I lost my chat box. Please ask the question.
Bro, my question is, are the souls in spiritual planet, for example, Goloka, are considered infallible too because they are no more a conditioned soul?
Definitely. There's no Maya. There's no Maya. That means you're not illusion. You're in perfect knowledge. You're in your spiritual form, Satchit Ananda Vigraha, full of knowledge, full of bliss, eternal. There's no any problem. You're perfect. So there's no any place for mistakes. There's no any place for illusion. But the free will is there. Krishna, he doesn't touch your free will. இதான் பகவான். சரிங்களா? So when you desire to come down, then you have to go. Krishna says, okay, tatashtu. You want to come down. So Krishna says, okay, go down and come back fast. Accept. So the problem is we come down, we forget Krishna. So this is the problem. Right? Is that clear, Prabhu? Makes sense?
Yeah, clear, bro. Understand.
You see, Krishna never control. Krishna, you see, Krishna is the supreme controller. Krishna is the control of everything. Yet, he gives us minimal independence. ஞானா நம்ம 100% இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் கொடுத்தா தலைக்கு மேலே ஆடுவோம், கடவுள் ஆயிரும். அதான் நடந்துச்சு இரண்யகசிப்பு, ராவண. So when they think that they are 100% independent, what is their action? Demonic. அப்ப கிருஷ்ணா என்ன சொன்னாரு? Now let me show you who is your daddy, right? Who is the real controller? Who is the real sanctioner? So அந்த மாதிரி தான். So we have some minor independence. So கொஞ்சம் இண்டிபெண்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்தாலே கடவுளாக பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ அப்போ நம்ம எவ்வளோ பெரிய ஒரு மட்டமானவங்க. கொஞ்சம் இண்டிபெண்டன்ஸ் கிடச்சா என்ன செய்கிறோம்? நான் தான் கடவுள்னு சொல்லிக்கிறோம். அஹம் பிரம்மாஸ்மி. அஹம் பிரம்மாஸ்மினா அது வேற மாதிரி மாற்றி ஐ எம் காட், யூ ஆர் காட், எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் காட், திஸ் கான்சியஸ்னஸ் இஸ் காட், சீக் காட் விதின், டிவினிட்டி விதின், யூ ஆர் தி டிவைன். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஃப்ளவர்லி வேர்ட்லாம் அழகாக பேசி மக்களை கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ணி, ஸோ இதுதான் பிரச்சனை. டிமோன்ஸ், தீஸ் ஆர் டிமன்ஸ். ஸோ வெரி கேர்ஃபுல் டு ஹூம் வி ஆர் லிசனிங், ரைட்? ஸோ இதுதான் பாயிண்ட். Okay, any other questions?
Prabhu, just want to re-clarify one thing about when I asked you about when we surrender, is Krishna controlling us? So just want to clarify my understanding. So
Yes, bro. Hare Krishna. We lost you.
sometimes
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. We lost you, Prabhu. Please repeat your question. Am I audible?
am I audible, Prabhu?
Okay, yes, now clear. Yes, please repeat your question.
Okay, just want to clarify my understanding, Prabhu. Just now I asked whether Krishna controls us when we surrender unto Krishna, and you explained to us, like, so my understanding is like, when you surrender unto Krishna, Krishna, in order to protect us, he sometimes interfere with our free will. Sometimes he may think that we want to do this, but it's not right. So Krishna comes in between slightly to interfere with the free will. Is it right to say it that way?
Yeah, Krishna says, as I said, Krishna says, intelligence, remembrance. Remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge comes from me. Smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Smritir jnanam apohanam cha. This is verse 15. Okay, let us go together. Very important verse. Okay. Screen three, Prabhu. Okay. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृत् वेदविद् एव चाहम्. Please read the translation, Prabhu.
I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I'm the compiler of Vedanta and I'm the knower of the Vedas.
So basically, all the activities are initiated by him. All the activities are sanctioned by him. Right? So, even if you want to do something wrong, is also sanctioned by him out of your free will. But Krishna, he can decide to whether sanction it, not sanction it. Up to him. Depends on the level of how you are reciprocating with Krishna. Right? So when we are saying surrendered means Krishna is fully controlling me. First of all, how surrendered we are. That is the point. So when we take up bhakti, that as much of our sincerity, Krishna will reciprocate with us. And Krishna is very merciful. The moment we look into him, the moment we take steps to understand him, definitely Krishna will help us. So helping, giving mercy, guiding, that is not equivalent to taking up our free will. Okay? Because when we say we surrender, we are surrendering unto Krishna out of our free will. Surrender means we are ready to take the guidance and take the pathway, take anything given to us by Krishna. Given to Krishna. Given to us by Krishna. Whatever he is giving, we are able to take. So this is also our free will. So therefore Krishna says, okay, Tatarshtu, and now I am giving you this. So, with our limited vision and understanding, sometimes we might not see things as Krishna is protecting. Right? If you see Mahabharata, the greatest devotee of Lord Krishna is Kunti Devi. And Kunti Devi is praying, oh Krishna, please give me more problems, more distress, so that I can always remember you. And what happened to Kunti Devi? What happened to Queen Kunti? Kunti Devi, she actually have so much of obstacles, so much of disturbance in her life. She's the greatest devotee. So disturbance or obstacle doesn't mean and doesn't mean something bad. When you are surrendered to Krishna, there's no difference between happiness and so-called disturbance and happiness. Everything is actually the mercy of Krishna. This is the mode of devotee. Draupadi. What happened to Draupadi? So Draupadi was roped, she was, sari was, her clothes was taken away by the Duryodhana's team. But you see, so this is happening to someone who is surrendered to Krishna. So you don't think that Krishna நம்ம சரண்டர் பண்ணா எல்லாம் நம்மளுடைய இஷ்டம் படி நம்மளுடைய அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆஃப் ஹாப்பினஸ் படி நடக்கணும் இல்லை. Sometimes you will face greatest difficulties, but you must understand that is also mercy of Krishna. Krishna is protecting you in some other way. So what happened to Draupadi? Krishna personally came and Krishna protected her. What happened to Prahlad Maharaj? He is the most distressful kid. He was thrown into, from the hill, he was thrown into fire, he was thrown into the poisonous snake, but he is not disturbed. So the point என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா, definitely for devotees, Krishna will take charge. So when we say Krishna will take charge, it's not that Krishna take away your free will. Understand that carefully. Krishna knows, what to give you, what not to give you. Krishna knows everything. So, and according to how you reciprocate with him, according to how you do your activity, Krishna will bestow. Krishna will, give certain things. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? ஸோ ஷீலா பிரபுபாட் எவ்வளோ கஷ்டப்பட்டார்? ஷீலா பிரபுபாட் கஷ்டப்படாத 3 ஹார்ட் அட்டாக்கு. அமெரிக்காவில் போய் யாருமே இல்லை, ஒத்த ஆள், சாப்பாடு இல்லை, க்ளோதிங் இல்லை, காசு இல்லை. மகாலட்சுமி பகவானுடைய காலில் உட்காந்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவருக்கு பிரபுபாது காசு இல்லை. அப்போ என்ன ஒரு பக்தன் அவன்? இப்போ என்ன கிருஷ்ணா இப்படியா செய்கிறாரு டிவோட்டி கிட்ட? ஒரு டிவோட்டி இப்படி கஷ்டப்படுத்துறாருன்னு நினைக்க முடியுமா? இல்லை. ஸோ நம்ம என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்? பிரபுபாத் இஸ் த மோஸ்ட் ரிச்சஸ்ட் மேன். ஹி ஓன்ஸ் all the opulent temple. He established temple. After that you see what happened to Prabhupada. He was the most opulent person in the universe. So we sometimes we need patience to understand Krishna's plan. At that point. So அதே சமயத்தில் don't think that when we are doing some devotional service or acting in Krishna consciousness, Krishna will definitely protect us. But our mood is that we always don't expect any protection of Krishna and we simply serve Krishna out of love. Whether you protect or not protect, whether you throw me or hit me, you are still my beloved Lord. This is a very important understanding of our mood in Sikshashtakam. Very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us. Let us see this verse. Very important verse. Okay. Aslishya va padam ratam pinashtu mam adarshanam marma hatam karotu va yata tata va viddhato lampato mat prananada susaeva na paraha. Please read the translation, Prabhu, number 8.
I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally.
Paringla, bro. So basically, this is our mood. Okay. And Krishna is always there to guide us in the form of Shastra. Bhagavad Gita இருக்கு, பக்தர்கள் இருக்காங்க. This is how Krishna reciprocate with us. And of course, sometimes Krishna, he can do anything he wants. Like certain things in a decision, example, like certain decision you make in your life. Sometimes out of his mercy, this is the plan by Krishna. Sometimes you wanted to go here, but somehow you end up here. So the protection is always there. Guru and Krishna's protection. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபு? So இதுதான் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். But that doesn't mean that he interviewed our free will. அது நீங்கள் பார்த்துக்கணும். You see, this is also achintya. This is also inconceivable things. Krishna doesn't interfere, but same times he interferes. So to devotees. So இதுதான் நீங்கள் புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். So like you see, like Prahlad Maharaj, you can see all the great devotees, Draupadi, Kunti, all of them. Pandavas, Arjuna was sitting face to face. What happened to Arjuna? At the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, he was crying, he was lamenting, his hands are shaking, trembling, he was in depression. Right? So ultimately, all these will happen to devotees. But we must follow the footsteps of Arjuna, that no matter what, we must always hold the feet of Krishna, Guru and Krishna. That's the point. So we must have 100% conviction that Krishna will protect me no matter what. Provided I do my duty, I follow Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Leave it to Krishna. Whether he protects you or not protecting you, it is up to him. So this is the test we face. Saringla Prabhuji. So the conclusion is very simple. When we surrender to Krishna, Krishna takes special care. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I will take special care on my devotees. Okay, so that doesn't mean he's controlling you now. You see, that is not understanding. You see, when special care means he's taking special care, he protects you. That is not controlling. In fact, he's doing some benefit to you. So so how am I going to say this? So you must not think that he's interfering with your free will, because the moment you surrender, that's your free will to surrender. He never interfere. But you're only surrendering out of your free will, isn't it? So where is the question of taking away your free will? There's no question of taking away free will. As you said, even if you are in Vaikunta, even if you are in Goloka Vrindavana, your free will is there. அவ்வளோதான். Sometimes by your own free will and the advancement in bhakti, you can control Krishna. Now different level. You see, Krishna is supreme controller, and then you allow Krishna to control you, and then you can control Krishna. So this is bhakti. So in bhakti you can do in a different level, in a different mood, rasa. Like Yashoda Mata, she is controlling Krishna, right? Like, many instances, Nanda Maharaj, Arjuna, he was, lying down on the lap of Krishna. Sometimes he, show his feet on Krishna and lying down like that. Sakya Rasa, friend, right? And you can see Hanuman, his servant, he's always ready to take the order of Lord Ram. He is actually being controlled by Lord Ram. He's a servant. Ram is a controller. So like that, we have many positions in bhakti. Okay, Prabhu. So whatever it is, the key is we must perform our duty, serve Krishna. So, and the verse from Varaha Purana is that even we forget Krishna out of the material suffering, because that is very painful. Sometimes we are illusioned. புரியுதுங்களா? ஸோ அப்போ கிருஷ்ணன் என்ன பண்ணுறாரு? He makes us to remember him. So that is not taking away your free will. In fact, that is actually bestowing mercy. அதுதான் வந்து point, Prabhu. Hope that answers your question and you're clear on this thing. Krishna never take away your free will. Always the free will is there, but sometimes he might dominantly exert his Ishvara Bhava. He's always Ishvara. Even you are taking the wrong move, he's sanctioning also. But depends on how much you're sincere and surrendering. சரிங்களா பிரபு? இப்போ நான் நினச்சா I can give up Krishna. இப்போ நான் நினச்சா I can give up Krishna and I can take a path of adharmic pathway. I can kill an animal if I want. Krishna will sanction. Krishna will sanction. So now I must have that will and desire to follow Krishna. And Krishna will protect. So like that is a very complex understanding, but same time this is the basic principle, achintya, right? Krishna is the controller, but he still gives you minute independence. இது எப்பயுமே ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். So don't think that நான் surrender பண்ணிட்டேன், so whatever is happening, oh Krishna is interfering. Not like that. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபு? So example, நான் surrender பண்ணிட்டேன், then if something happened to me, all because of Krishna. All because of Krishna. Of course, all is because of Krishna. That is a fact. But also there's another factor. You're free. And also, when he's speaking about surrendered soul, your sincerity, your devotion. So we don't bother about whatever happened to us. We just surrender. அதுதான் நம்ம மூட்டு. படிச்சோம்ல, whether you want to smack me or pat me or put me in difficulties or so-called happiness, you're always my beloved Lord. ஓகேங்களா பிரபுஜி? இதான் நம்ம மூட்டு. அவ்வளோதான், சிம்பிள். இதுதான் பக்தி. Okay, hope that answers your question. Any other questions? Any other things, Prabhu? Is it clear? Any other doubts?
Clear, Prabhu. I understand.
Yeah. So, okay. Continue chanting. Chanting is very important. Everything will be revealed to you. Krishna says, from me comes remembrance, intelligence. So, all this intelligence, all this spiritual understanding will be manifested to you when we sincerely chant. Okay. Hare Krishna. Is there any other questions? Any other things? Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu? Anything else, Prabhu, you want to add?
No, Prabhu. I'm okay.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanang pavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.